just a little bit brief about yourself for those who have never seen you before.
Okay, thank you very much. You know, I'm a partner of the BW Global Group based in Washington, D.C., and we specialize in human rights issues, crimes against humanity, some government relations, and anti-corruption work worldwide. I have over 40 years of criminal investigative law enforcement experience, principally involved in international activities. My last assignment before I retired from the U.S. government, I was on loan to the United Nations-backed Special Court for Sierra Leone, where I was the chief of investigations, where I lived and worked in Freetown, West Africa, where I was responsible for directing all the criminal investigations, war crimes investigations of those people that bear the greatest responsibility for the civil war in Sierra Leone. Interestingly enough, it took us directly to the former president of Liberia, who created the Revolutionary United Front, who was subsequently indicted and convicted for war crimes. At the time, he was the first sitting head of state ever indicted for war crimes. And again, he was subsequently convicted, sentenced to 50 years, and his son was also arrested and convicted for torture related to one of our witnesses and witnesses of the Special Court for Sierra Leone, not directly but indirectly related, and he received a 97-year sentence in the United States. So I have vast experience in seeking justice and accountability in the international rule of law arena. So that's the experience I bring to the particular project that we have, that we're honored to work on behalf of the IPOB, and that was to seek justice and accountability and also engage in a human rights campaign, not only in Washington, D.C., but globally. So that's what we're actively involved in and have been doing since March of this year, when the leader reached out to us and signed an agreement with us, and we've been engaged ever since.
Thank you very much for that in-depth brief. I wouldn't want to go into the Liberia thing and all that, because a lot of people already have heard about how you handled it, and history is about to repeat itself. Now, we have been seeing recently, news on different platforms about your organization filing some kind of document to the ICC, International Criminal Court. So could you tell us, what is going on? Is there an update from the September filing?
Absolutely. We've, as you know, there's a lot of things that we're doing that are confidential. But what I can share with you was that we have collected evidence and information where we prepared our very first criminal referral to the Office of the Prosecutor at the International Criminal Court on 15 September of this year. And that was a confidential but a very comprehensive compilation of evidence we submitted to them that they received, acknowledged receipt, and are actively examining that information. And we'd also requested that if they had not opened up an investigation yet, to add this to the preliminary examination. However, we are actively seeking that they seek approval from the pretrial chamber to open an investigation specifically into the wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, and most notably targeting the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, since that time frame, we have collected additional evidence, and we submitted a second referral containing criminal information and evidence to substantiate further ongoing and wide-scale systematic killing of the civilian population, and again, specifically targeting the IPOB. That was also acknowledged. It's being examined. And again, we are requesting that they formally open an investigation and look into what we are identifying as a genocide that's being committed by the Nigerian government and extremist Fulanis against the indigenous people of Biafra.
Thank you very much. You said it has been acknowledged, and you are waiting for the ICC to open investigation. So I just want to for just for just a clarification. Is it that when the application is filed, they have to be after the acknowledgement, they have to now open the investigation for that particular case?
Well, what the process is that they have to seek formal approval from the pretrial chambers to do that. What we are doing is providing them ample evidence to justify that request to open an investigation, and most specifically looking at the, again, wide-scale and systematic killing of the civilian population, which is a crime against humanity and, quite frankly, genocide that we believe is being committed against indigenous people of Biafra.
All right. So when this thing is filed, is it like something that anybody can ask and get information that, some kind of complaint or application has been lodged at the ICC? Is it something that anybody can ask question and you get some information or some kind of feedback from the ICC?
Well, we have gotten written responses, acknowledgement, as you typically do, and we've also gotten responses directly from the Office of the Prosecutor. And it is a process, and as you can imagine, we collected very sensitive information, and it's confidential. Certainly they have all the details, but it's not something that's publicly and readily available to the public for obvious reasons. We have confidential sources of information and evidence that needs to be protected, but the ICC is well aware of it, and they have that, and it's their obligation to examine and look at that, and we've done that under the protection of the ICC, so that sources and witnesses and methods and operations are not inadvertently disclosed or discovered, to protect the individuals that are involved.
Yeah. All right. So we, the last time you were here, and I have also been privileged to see the release from your group. There are some other organizations you have mentioned that that were communicated officially. So could you brief us about them, like for the Committee on Human Rights at the UN and all that, and then also you mentioned about the United Kingdom. Let us take it, step by step. Brief us about the Committee on Human Rights at the UN. What do you intend to get from them?
Absolutely. This is a process, as you know. You have to educate people and make them aware of this. And this is a...
And by Dalulin Nkuku, Kunisi Webambo, when it's any fine many the teacher. Oh, eventually you could before Malapun Kunutia Lonkuni Fuche, Nirakua, Bastamaka, Yabi, Ifegdikosi, Ada, and Dikosi at bottom, Nirakua. Obiko Junchale Ejo. Biko ndị Igbo ọma na-ege ntị saa na ya bụ ajụjụ. Oge edugokwu n'oge anyị yakpọ n'ụwa anyị meeting nke ịbụọ jụrụ ụwa anyị nwanne anyị nwoke anọ n'ụlọ nke mkpọrọ ebe a ka ọ ya anọzi. Oge edugo oge onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo ya pụtati ebe ya bụ ife ọnụ maka ya bụ ife akarigo. Nnamdi Kanu nwere ife o mere n'iru akwụkwọ. Tosifo ihe ọjọọ mere n'iru akwụkwọ bụ na ọ sị na ọ chọọzi ịbụ onye Naịjirịa. Tosa yawa bifo ọjọọ mere. And ndị ọha eze niile ma ndị niile were na-ekwuchara ndị Igbo ọnụ fa, nobody is doing something about it. Nobody is doing anything about it. Ife a na-asụ bụ tọsọ ogologo oyibo. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ the leader of indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. Si na mmegide na-emegide ụmụnne ya dịrọzi ya alụ mma. Senior Biafra corner. Okay, to tell you that what that thing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-ekwu n'eziokwu. Since Maazị Nnamdi Kanu take the system of Nigeria till now, the system na-ebezi akwa. Everything is collapsing. Always able to phone and hotter. What's the more you hold him, the more the economy destroyed. He said these things. Obuli fomu na ipota ine kubo kamake je yondi flani na major on the flani. Chefo no ha buzo we major ndi Igbo. Owoli ndi Igbo mele ndi flani. There's nothing an Igbo man. What if Igbo man mele flani? Ndo aneze sina neji yo ndi flani about the killings in 1914. Na jubikon. Owoli ndi Igbo mele ndi flani. First from the jail, we conquered si Hausa niile we bata ka conquer kwuora n'Igbo ofu onye pụtalụ bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si na nke agha ma mme na ndị ka ife agha adịlọ achọbịa ka egbuo onye Igbo ewere nwanne ya lee. Ya bụ ife bụ ọ bụrụ ihe nji maka ya wee bịa ma ọ bụ niile ege ọnụ m n'ife anyị na-ekwu n'ilu akwụkwọ. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu stand with justice, equity, and fairness. Owende mebeli iwu iche ọbụla ajụ na-ajụ ya. So ndị Igbo ha akwa ejidere ya lapụ ya. Akwa the same thing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-azụ ka ọ na-azụ. Ndị Igbo kpọọ n'owu na meeting jụọ owu na-ajụ. Ọgwụ nakọ ha m n'ọnụ. Daalụ dị na-ekwusi na-esore anyị. Ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izu gị na-abịa n'ilu akwụkwọ esore na Morning Tea na Eastern News 24. Kabaro ka subscribe and turn on your notification ka ịlapụ ime isi for update dịka ya na drop ya n'ilu akwụkwọ oge niile. Daalụnụ ụmụnne m. Ọgwụ nakọ ha m n'ọnụ.
All right, wonderful people. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drops, you go be the first. We'll collect information dropping on my table right now. This information they too appalling as NIG Army don't confirm say they are having one of the founders of IPOB, one of the commanders in IPOB group, the Eastern Security Network wing of the IPOB. The Nigerian Army has reportedly opened up that they are having one of the commanders in their custodies. Let's go down to the full detail of the information. Troops of the Nigerian military attached to Operation Udoka in southeast zone of the country have reportedly arrested a founding father of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The troops also arrested at least 3 notorious leaders of IPOB ESN during raids on the group's hideout in Oso, Imo State, Amarako, and Arochukwu in Abia State. Edward Baba, the director, Defense Media Operation, who disclosed these at Defense Headquarters, Abuja, on Thursday, stated that the troops also neutralized 24 terrorists and arrested 12 violent extremists. Buba, a Major General, revealed that the soldiers rescued one kidnapped hostage, adding that arrested suspects have been handed over to the appropriate authorities for necessary actions to be taken. He explained that the raids were carried out in furtherance of the fight to rid the nation of insecurity and take out commanders and leaders of gangs as well as their foot soldiers. Troops at Forward Operation Base also conducted a sting operation that culminated in the arrest of an IPOB leader. The arrested leader, identified as Pius Igu, is a founding father in the ESN group in Osu general area of Imo State. Similarly, troops at FOB Amarako conducted a raid that resulted in the arrest of another IPOB leader and commander identified as Emmanuel Onwogo. He was arrested in Mbano local government area of Abia State. Related troops and security forces in a combined sting operation arrested a notorious cult leader named Ifeanyi Rock. He was arrested with them of his combatants in Arochukwu in Abia State, he disclosed. The senior military officer noted that the adversaries engaged the troops in a gun duel during a raid, but they were finally overpowered and suppressed with superior fighting equipment. He added, troops of Operation Udoka neutralized 24 men, arrested 12 violent extremists, and rescued one kidnapped hostage. Troops recovered 10 AK-47 rifle, 15 pump-action guns, 4 locally fabricated guns, 153 rounds of 7.62M special ammo, 111 live cartridge, 2 vehicles, and 4 mobile phones, among other items. All recovered items, arrested suspects, and rescued hostages were handed over to the relevant authorities for further action. Between 15 and 18 of October 2024, troops in separate offensive operation made contact the IPOB ESN in Oso and Obubra local government area of Imo State, Rivers State, respectively. Troops also made contact with IPOB ESN in Arochukwu local government of Abia State. Following the firefight, troops neutralized 24 men and rescued one kidnapped hostage. All right, wonderful people, welcome back. This is how it is happening right now in the land of the indigenous people of Biafra. Of course, the report you just heard now is coming from the Nigeria military, who are giving reports on how they have been able to neutralize a lot of members of the IPOB and the Eastern Security Network. And if you can see what is actually happening, the NIG army are always giving information on their own part on how victorious they have been, and on the part of the Biafra army, Biafra Liberation Soldiers, they are also giving information on their own part of victory. Of course, you know that this is what is all about. As they be, there has been a major chaos breakout as police, civil defense officers clash. Nigerian police and civil defense officer, that sister security network, have clashed face to face. And I'm wondering, why should there be a clash between the Nigerian police and the civil defense? Of course, both of them are doing the same work. Their utmost interest is to protect the lives of the citizens. But as it may be, it looks as if something ego and other things is taking over the activities of their operation. Let's go down to the full detail of the information. Men of the Nigerian Police Force and operatives of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, have clashed in Osun State. Adeleke Kainde, the spokesperson of the Osun NSCDC command, in a statement on Friday, revealed that the problem started on Tuesday, October 22, 2024 at about 8 p.m. when a group of individuals in Ankara clothes with only jacket on top, claimed to be police officers, drove recklessly into Elizabeth Estate with a private Toyota Sienna vehicle. She added that they entered the estate, which is secured by the personnel of the NSCDC Osun State Command, to purportedly arrest a suspect. The statement reads, a disturbing incident of barbaric police brutality occurred on Tuesday, October 22, 2024, around 8 p.m. at Elizabeth Estate in Osogbo, Osun State, when a group of individuals claiming to be police officers in Ankara, clothed with only jackets on top, drove recklessly into the estate with a private Sienna vehicle, entered the estate, which is secured by the personnel of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Osun State Command, to purportedly arrest a suspect. The personnel of the NCDC on duty as trained officers requested for means of identification, which the individuals who claim to be police failed to provide. Instead, they resorted to intimidation. After their failure to identify themselves, they left the premises of the estate. The situation escalated the following day, Wednesday, October 23, 2024, when a group of police numbering about 20 drove into the estate and descended on one NSCD personnel, physically assaulting him and inflicting grievous bodily harm on him. The video of the incident is attached to the statement. The officer's uniform was torn, he was brutalized beyond description, disarmed, handcuffed like a common criminal, and forcefully taken to Atoja Division before being moved to police state headquarters. Efforts to resolve the issue amicably were made by the commandant of the NSCDC Osun State, Dr. Michael Adarawewa, who raised a team of senior officers who visited the police headquarters. However, the police refused to release the detained NSCDC leader. Well, I don't see as it happen for the Obodo, the country where we find ourselves. Nobody loves nobody. For the Nigerian police to be descending on the member of the sister security, Nigeria Civil Defense Corps, because he requested for a means of identification from police personnel who invaded a state where he is the man in charge, was brutalized the next day. I think that this is the height of the matter, because for me, I believe that these two sister security are supposed to be working hand in hand with each other in providing information for one another. But as it is, because of greediness, intimidation, and showing of power, of course, what I understood there is that the Nigerian police is trying to show off that they are bigger than the NCDC. They are trying just to show force and show of power. But at least they should have shown a means of identification, because they were not on their uniform. They were only on jacket, on Ankara, and their bulletproof jacket on top. And the policeman, the NCDC man there, requested for a means of identification in order to be sure truly that these people are members of the Nigerian police. But on the next day, he was seriously brutalized, which is very, very wrong. Thank you for listening. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to collect. And thank you for listening. God bless you.